Evening. Welcome to Star Talk. I'm Ken Eccles, and we're happy to have you with us on the program tonight. Just had somebody trying to call, and they gave up. They're going to try again. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please. Hello, caller. Well, the caller is gone. Boy, this is gets so complicated here sometimes, this stuff. Anyway, we've got this phone number up there that you can call if you'd like to get on the air by phone. Just call that number. You can also send us an email. The email address is keneckleslive@gmail.com. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Well, good evening, Mr. Ken.
Good evening.
Well, the 17 was off the air, but you're on now.
Okay, so we're now on. We were not on in Danville, but now we are.
Yes, he started off with the city council,
Mm-hmm.
but I texted him and asked him, "Was you going to be on tonight?"
Mm-hmm. So, if I understand you correctly, then things were going in an unhealthy direction, perhaps a disastrous direction, and then you intervened and you set it all right.
I hope I did.
Okay, well, we appreciate that.
I was nice about it.
Really, that's a different sort of approach, but apparently it worked.
Oh, yeah. I believe somebody didn't turn the switch.
Sometimes that happens. There are so many switches that have to be switched and activated and deactivated. Sometimes stuff goes wrong.
Yeah, but now I'm going to turn the charm off.
Okay. No more Mr. Nice Guy.
Nah.
Okay.
Why should I be Mr. Well, this is to my competition out there.
Here it comes. Hold on. Everybody, if you're competing with Charles, listen carefully. He wants you to hear this. Go ahead.
Your driver is going to lose at the road course. So most likely, guys, set this one out and be happy.
All right. That is the opinion, and that is the wish, and that is the worldview of Charles from Danville. It does not necessarily represent the opinions and positions of Star News or any of its employees.
Right. But on a lighter note, I talked to my lady friend tonight.
And what did she say?
Well, found out they're having a little internet trouble. So Well, I'm good with it. I can put up with it. I'm patient. And most likely I'm not over there to say something.
Well, the reason that it just affected me the way it did is we had internet problems last night right here. In fact, I didn't get to finish the show. I think I faded out. I think I faded away about 8 minutes before the show was supposed to end last night. But it's better here tonight, and I hope it's better there.
It is. I told Charles what happened.
You told him what happened to us or what happened in the Philippines?
No, I did. We didn't have, well, what happened is the show.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm not talking to Charles about what's going on in the Philippines.
All right. Well, maybe, if you do, and I don't know how you'd feel about this, but if he finds out what's going on, the day you get there, he's going to be there with his phone and have it all live on Facebook.
Oh, what, me getting off the airplane?
Yeah, if he knows when you're going.
He won't know when I'm going.
All right, well, it's up to you whether you want to let him know or not.
It's already been booked. It's already been planned. It's not going to be announced on Facebook, eBay, or anything.
Mm-hmm. Or on X, not even on TikTok.
Nope, none of them.
Okay, well, I think that's probably a wise way to go.
So it's been marked top secret. Nobody to know but me and her.
Okay, then be very careful what you say on the air, because sometimes if you talk about top secrets on the air, things can get iffy.
I'm not worried about anybody. I'm me. I'll put up with it. They throw mud, I throw stones.
Well, you know what you would think though that they would eventually figure it out, and then that they would start throwing stones, wouldn't you?
Yep. Then I'll find boulders.
I mean, it's like if it goes on for a few, and one day they realize, hey, we've been throwing mud at this guy all this time. He's throwing rocks at us. We need to change our plan.
Yep. They'll probably get the hint before I even throw the first one, but most likely she's doing fine. Mama's doing fine. Everybody's good.
Well, good. Glad to hear it.
Yep. Yep. And my escape plan has been made.
But it's top secret.
Well, not even the government will know about it.
Oh, I wouldn't be too sure about that. The government knows a lot of stuff.
They ain't gonna know what I do, because when I do it, it'll blindside them.
All right. Well, good luck with that.
Oh yeah, I got my passport. I'm going to get my 3-month visa started, but I found out I don't need a police report or a health report. They'll have all of that.
Oh, they've already checked your record.
Yeah, didn't find nothing.
So Interpol, I guess Interpol has a file on you then.
No comment.
Good policy. And thanks for calling.
Bye, sir.
Okay, thanks for that update. Somebody wanted to know what is accepted at the polls in North Carolina as photo ID for voting purposes. And I just so happens I have that list in front of me. Acceptable ID includes a North Carolina driver's license, a North Carolina DMV state ID, a free county-issued voter photo ID card, a U.S. passport counts, and certain student and government employee IDs. You can use any of those. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
What's going on, kid?
Well, we're just kind of sitting around hoping we can stay online on the internet tonight.
Yeah, I hope you do too. You don't know what place I'm in, do you?
Oh, I know. I know exactly what place you're in. You're still in first place.
I'm still what?
Still in first place.
I am.
Yep, you got 69 points, and behind you is Mark from Mayodan with 64. So you got a 5-point lead.
And next race is in road
Texas,
course.
Road course, Circuit of the Americas.
Is it?
Yep.
I bet a lot of them are going to be taking that Vanguard, whatever his name, and
SVG. Well, I'll tell you, 1, 2, so far 3 people have taken him already out of the first 6. Out of the first 7, 3 of them are him.
What's the name of the drivers that have been picked?
So far, we got SVG has picked 3 times, Allmendinger once, Tyler Reddick once, and Todd Zillich twice.
Tyler Reddick won 2 in a row, didn't he?
He's won them both.
He done good. I seen that Michael Jordan and everything out there.
Oh, yeah,
I went by Yellowstone. Go ahead, Keith.
I just said Michael Jordan was pretty happy.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I went by your old stomping grounds today.
Which
one?
one?
Well, I've been by there a few. The Leland.
The Hotel Leland. Oh God.
Yeah. Been going by there several times anyway. I look over, it's done shut down and everything.
Man, nobody's mentioned the Hotel Leland in a long time. We used to get a lot of traffic out of the Hotel Leland back in the day.
I know one year, I thought you said you stayed there. You lived there or something? You rented a room there or something?
Well, no. Not quite. No, I had a room in the Hotel Belvedere in Reedsville. I never lived at the Leland, but I know on Monday Night Live a few years back, we used to get a lot of calls from the Hotel Leland.
Yeah. It's really went downhill there. It's not an operation no more. Just look condemned, you know. It
Oh,
ain't.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, a girl at one of the motels there at Danville told me she worked there for 10 years,
Oh, really?
and and the guy she rents from, the landlord, he sold it, and he's the one she rents from, the landlord that owned the Leland, and she said who bought it was going to make apartments out of it, but they
Okay.
didn't. They never did. They never did do it. They just let it go. It looks, looks terrible.
Well, I hope somebody will put something in there. I hope. I hate for it
I
just to stand empty.
I know, I hate that, because I remember going in there years ago, and it had a clock there counting down the time to Christmas.
Really? Didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah. They had a payphone in there. You know, back when there wasn't no payphone, but that was the
Yeah.
only place I believe had a payphone back. You know, when I went, all the payphones were gone. But
You know, but I never was in there. I've never been in there. I just, we talked to some people in there on Monday Night Live, but I never actually got in there.
well, I was out there going to the watch place right down below it with this friend of mine. So I said, I'm gonna go in there. I've heard about that Leland on Star News, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna go in there. And I
Well,
went in there and checked it out, and it was nice.
well, I'm sorry it's closed.
Have you been down and eat anywhere down there lately?
Have I been down there to eat?
Down
Not.
in Danville downtown, right below the Leland. It's a place called Godfather's.
Oh, the pizza place. I haven't been to that
No,
one. I've been to
no, it ain't
God.
no pizza place. It ain't no
Oh,
pizza place. It's they make subs and Reuben sandwiches, and real
oh.
good.
No, I haven't. I
Yeah,
haven't
look,
been in there.
they got chalkboards all around the walls there where people got this marker where they can write their name, the date, and all that. But
Huh.
I've been helping a buddy of mine, and he been we've been riding. We went down there and ate twice below the Leland, and I
Wow.
was telling him about the Leland that I went in there and they had a clock there it would tick down. It would let you know how many months, how many days, how many minutes, how many seconds before Christmas. Like
Hmm.
that.
Well, no, I've not
Yeah.
been to the Godfather's downtown. I'll have to check that out.
It ain't just right down the road below the Leland a little bit. It looks like a little hole in the wall. In other words, if you go past the first door you go into the place, it's another door you can go in. You're on the lower level, but it's two steps you walk up where you order the food at in another part of the building.
Well, I
But
will
they
check.
got yeah, you
I'll
ought to
check
check that food out. They got good food in there, really good food.
next time I'm in Danville. I'll do that.
Yeah, you check that out because it's really good. And I had to call you and tell you about that Leland. I said,
Okay.
because I heard you talk about it.
Yeah, we used to talk
Yeah.
about that a lot.
What did the place down there called the Black Horse Cellar where they had a band?
Yeah, I think there was. It rings a bell. I never saw it, but it was down there, though. I'm pretty sure.
I was young, but I can't remember. But I rode with somebody down there, and before it was still daylight, and you could see the women. They looked like they had them long green dresses on. A bunch of them walking behind each other, going to the Black Horse Cellar.
Do
Which
you
I never did
remember?
get to go in there.
You remember the Downtowner Motor Inn that was downtown there?
No, I don't remember that,
Well,
Ken.
they've torn it down now. I had my high school prom was on the top floor of the Downtowner Motor Inn in Danville. That was a big deal back in the day.
Mm-hmm. I'll be darned. I didn't know that. I
But
mean, I ain't never known that one.
it's long gone.
Yeah. So you gonna be on tomorrow, ain't you?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to figure out who to take. I'll try to take somebody. Ain't nobody, what people done took. Cause you can't go nowhere like that.
Well, we'll
Stay
get a lot
easy.
more in tonight, I expect, and then you can figure it out.
Yeah, I'll call you tomorrow. You'll be on tomorrow. But if you ain't on tomorrow, you just pick me a Ford or something, somebody, or Toyota, it don't matter. Just pick me something, just whatever you want to pick. I don't care.
Okay.
But
well, if
you
we're
ain't,
not
if you
on,
ain't
I
on.
will, but I expect to be on.
Okay. Well, I'll let you go. I just want to bring it up about the legal, and I said I know Ken brought that up before.
Well, thanks.
Okay, Ken. Have a good night, buddy.
Good night. Phone line is open. The number's up there that you can call. You can also email us at keneckleslive@gmail.com. Love to hear from you either way. Once again, for the person who wondered, North Carolina driver's license, DMV state ID, your free county issued voter photo ID card. You don't have to have all of these, just any of these. Also, a U.S. passport or passport card, and government employee IDs approved by the State Board of Elections, and some student IDs, but you'd have to check to make sure the one you have counts. And again, if you don't have voter ID, the proper acceptable card, you go to the Rockingham County Board of Elections and they will tell you how to get your photo ID card free of charge. Doesn't count, doesn't cost you anything. There's no poll tax here. You can just call up the Board of Elections and they will give you the instructions and tell you exactly how you get it. And if in spite of all that, if you still don't have one, you can vote. You can cast a provisional ballot. And then after you have cast your provisional ballot, you will have a certain amount of time. And son of a gun, I don't remember exactly how much time that is. Maybe I have that in front of me here. Turns out I don't. You can cast a provisional ballot, though, and then you'll have a grace period during which you can provide the necessary ID and have your vote, your provisional ballot counted. So that's what's going on with voter ID. A lot of people, it's still pretty new around here. A lot of people get confused about it and they don't know exactly what they need, but there it is. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hey, Ken, how are you tonight, buddy?
Okay, how are you?
I'm all right, I suppose. I got me some new liquid. It's not moonshine. It's
Oh, I hope not. What is
well,
it?
I got some peach pineapple. Oh, it's good.
Okay.
Yeah, but
All right.
anyway, you're allowed to have X amount.
Yeah, but don't you have to pay tax on it?
No,
You don't?
you're allowed to have an X amount. You can make it at home yourself.
Tax free.
You're allowed to have. Yeah,
Okay, good.
yeah.
Didn't know.
Anyway, excuse me. Yeah, the liquid I got was Moline and chlorophyll drops,
Okay.
and it's for lungs and congestion and respiratory health and all of that.
All right.
And I took it this afternoon about, I don't know, 1:30, 2 o'clock, and then just a little after that, I started coughing up a little stuff, and it got more and more. And then I'm not coughing up anything else now, but I'm breathing so deep through my nose, so easy. I don't feel like I got a knot in my top of my stomach.
Good.
I'm not gasping for air, and I'm not wheezing or rattling.
Good.
And I've only taken half of a dropper. It says the dropper full is 1 milliliter.
All right.
And it was only like $19 on Amazon for a 24-ounce bottle of it. And it's got, like I said, the Moline and the chlorophyll in it. And Ken, I'm breathing. It's as good as anything I've ever had. The onion syrup or the Moline capsules. It's much better than the Moline capsules. And you put the dropper, 1 dropper full. I just got a half a dropper full. That's all the little black ball would squeeze up in it. And with a half drop.
Let's let people, in case people, somebody might not know that you have.
Okay, you want me to tell them?
You have COPD.
Right. I have COPD in less than 1 lung capacity. And I've been struggling here lately breathing quite a bit more than normal. And I just thought it was COPD catching up with me, and come to find out it's mucus in my lungs that I haven't been getting up that I thought I was. And when I got up this evening and today after I took it, it really surprised me. And so it's I got to give it 5 stars out of 5. And I got a friend who's the same age I am, who was a contractor for the government in Iraq and all. He's been taking it for a while, and he said since he saw me put it on Facebook about it long ago, the capsules, that he's been taking the liquid, and he said it made him breathe so much better, and blah 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 and all that. So
Well, I'm glad it works for you.
it does. It's MULLEIN and chlorophyll, and it's all natural, and it even tastes good.
Is that better than the onion syrup?
Yeah, I think it is. Takes a little longer for it to take effect. The onion syrup is like instant.
Yeah.
And this takes a little longer for it to get in your system because you put the dropper full under your tongue. And then I couldn't leave it all this. I just swallowed it on down. I said, well, golly, this tastes pretty good.
Okay.
And yeah, it did. It's surprising. I thought it tastes earthy and nasty, and it's got other stuff in it. It's got 7 different herbs in it other than moline and chlorophyll, like marshmallow root, euthanasia, whatever that's called, and several other things. And they're all for respiratory health. And golly, it's really, for that price, it's really a good product.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling better.
Yeah, well, I wasn't feeling really bad. I wasn't really feeling bad, but I couldn't stop coughing and hacking all the time. And then when I hacked, something got out the way.
Okay. Well, good
Yeah.
deal.
I was gonna tell you something else, and I got off onto that. I'm kind of like early bird there. We're getting old, you know. We
Yeah,
get off track. We forget.
We are getting old. No doubt about that.
Oh. Yeah, but oh God.
Wait a minute.
What?
We were talking about the horsepower rules last night. I looked it up.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
What it is now is the cars, as you said, different horsepower for different tracks. On tracks of less than a mile and a half, they can have 750 horsepower is the maximum. On the big tracks, the horsepower limit is 520 horsepower. So that's the standard. 750 on the little tracks, 520 on the big tracks.
Well, you know, my airboat has 715 horsepower with 300 horsepower of nitrous oxide on it.
Yeah.
And so my little engine compares to theirs, what they run in NASCAR pretty much.
Well, you can run your boat at Martinsville with that horsepower.
Yeah, I could, but the thing is, the rear end would be on the lower side of the track going all the way around it because the weight of the engine will pull it down to the bottom side.
Yeah, and you might have
So
trouble.
I'd be going around looking at the crowd, waving at them as I went by sideways. Now, it'll run on the road. It ain't no problem on the road. I mean, it runs easier on the road than dry land or water.
You probably get pulled over, though.
Well, I run out here in front of the house a couple of times back when I was moving leaves, and I think I told you about that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
run
sure
it down the road. Yeah, I run it down the road and back up to the neighbors and spun around up there and come back down the road. Went back up the side of my bank here up into my yard. But yeah, it ain't been started since the weather got bad, but it's all right. It's just out there waiting on me.
Okay, well, we'll see it on the river one of these days.
All right. Hey, I think it was something I wanted to mention to Charles in Danville. Does he realize that his life is totally going to change over there from what he knows now to the lifestyle over there?
Well, yeah.
I mean, he's got to know that.
I'm
It
sure
won't be
he
no more
knows.
Walmart. It won't be no Walmarts. It won't be no more buses. And, you know,
Well, that's why he's going to start off with a 3-month visa. Uh,
yeah,
and he's going to get to stay 3 months and take stock of everything, and I'm sure he'll figure
yeah.
it out.
There you go. Well, that's a good idea. 3 months. Yeah. Well, I wish him the best on all of that, and I hope it all works out good for him.
I hope it will. And thanks for
We
calling.
followed it. We followed his little adventure this far. We followed with him to the end, I guess.
We'll keep up.
All right.
Thanks.
Have a good night.
Good night. Phone line is open. There's a number up there you can call. The email address is keneckleslive@gmail.com. Here's who's been picked so far for COTA. Charles from Danville has the 97. Leon has the 16. That's Allmendinger. Mark has the 45. Ralph has the 88. That's Todd Zillich. Nature Boy has the 97 SVG. Wild Turkey 101 has Zillich the 88, and Mr. Leaksville has the 97. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
How you doing tonight, Ken?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. I'm calling on my cell phone tonight, so maybe I'll be heard.
This will be interesting now to see if it's better on the cell phone. Let's hope so.
I think it will be, Ken. Put me down for the 22, if you would.
All right. Mr. Pelham has Logano for COTA. So you're not going with the road racers.
No, not this time. I mean, Ken, I had that race one last week, and Hocevar just wanted to do his stupid thing. I saw an interview of him on my cell phone after the race, man, and I'm telling you, that guy's so full of it, it ain't funny, but,
He,
you
know what?
had that,
What somebody said to me about Hocevar, and I hadn't really thought about it. Somebody said that Hocevar has some Earnhardt in him.
Yeah, well, I've heard people tell me the same thing too, Ken, and I agree with that to an extent. I do. But now just stop and think about it. Now, had Christopher Bell been one of the Hendrick team cars last week, and you saw the way the Daytona race finished up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, anything happened to Talladega and Daytona. But last week, man, that was just totally uncalled for. That hole wasn't big enough to put that car in at any time, and he stood there and lied and said, well, there was a hole there when I first got the punch, and by the time I got there wasn't.
There was not a hole. There was never a hole there. I mean, we saw that in slow motion about 15 times, and there was no hole.
Yeah, he just wanted to, take him out. He just didn't want Toyota to win that race, and that's the way I looked at it. He said, okay, I'll do my part. Basically, he did come out and say it. I didn't want them to win, but what do you do? But I think NASCAR needs to do something. Somebody's going to get hurt or killed on the last couple of laps like that. We know it can happen, thanks to Dale Earnhardt Sr., but I hope it don't happen, but, there's got to be some penalty for doing stuff like that in the last 2 laps,
Well, if you can figure out in some reasonable and predictable way how and why NASCAR assesses or does not assess a penalty, explain it to me, because I don't understand.
Well, the way I saw last Sunday again, that was totally intentional. I mean, it is what it is, but that's just my opinion for what it's worth. But, I just think something needs to be done,
Well, I'm sure NASCAR, in its great wisdom, will know what to do or not to do. I can't say that without laughing.
I agree. Yeah, they'll do something about the same time we get to see the Epstein files,
Same day, yeah.
Stop and think about the Epstein files. I don't care. Excuse me? Yeah. I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat. But anybody, I don't care who it is, whether it's a king, prince, president, or whatever. And I know nothing's been proven yet, But I don't care who they are, man, woman, or whatever. If you're involved in a situation with stuff like having sex with a 13 or 14-year-old girl, like an allegation came out today, and it can be proven, and it can't be proven without an investigation and without a Department of Justice as we got now, it'll never be proven because they're not going to investigate it. But I don't see how anybody would not vote for just releasing all the files and turning them loose, which they've done that too. And what is it now, 40-some days since
Well, Congress did vote
it was
for
signed
that,
into law
remember?
that everything had to come out and nothing's being done?
Yeah, Congress voted
Yeah,
almost
and President Trump
unanimously for
signed it.
that. Uh, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what to say. They are obviously. I don't know exactly what to. I don't think anybody, at least not very many people, believe that everything has come out. I'm not very confident that everything. I mean, there are 10 countries. There are 10 countries at least, maybe more than that now. There are 10 countries that are now actively running investigations based on what they have seen in the Epstein files. 10 running investigations. The UN said it is obvious from the files that there was basically an international cartel trafficking young girls for sex, and an international organization that did that for years and years, is what the UN says. And countries all over the world are investigating it, and we're not. It just seems a little strange.
Yeah, I mean, Ken, if you have nothing to hide, why wouldn't you just turn it all over? Why would you not? That's the part I don't get.
Well, now, obviously, there are things that need to be hidden.
I mean, Pam Bondi sat there last week and testified. I understand. I do. Yeah. The victims. Yeah, I do. I understand that. Yeah. But the people that's involved in this thing needs to be exposed. I don't care who they are.
Well, I really think I think that's one thing that every person agrees on, is whoever was involved needs to be exposed. I don't know of anybody who doesn't believe that. But, we'll see.
Yeah. Well, I hope it all comes to an end pretty soon.
Okay.
I'm going to try to see if I can keep up with how many lies Trump tells tonight in State of the Union.
Okay. Have fun.
All right, Ken. Have a good night.
Thanks for calling. Phone line is open at that number. There it is. You can call that number. The email address is keneccleslive@gmail.com. And we may have another race pick or two over here. No, not there. We don't. Let's try over here. Yeah, we got a couple. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Ken, good evening to you.
Good evening. How did he sound?
You sounded fine this evening.
And he was
Sounded
on a cell phone, and he sounded fine. That's we're starting to zero in here.
Well, last night when you went off the air, I tell you, the one thought that came to my mind was, gee, I'm no mathematician, but I'm starting to see a common denominator here. But anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
I would disagree with you about your last assessment, though.
Okay.
About everybody wanting all of this information to come out. I do believe we have proof that there's at least one who does not.
All right. Would you care to name a name?
Sure, Donald J. Trump.
And what do you conclude from that?
Well, it's his administration that is stonewalling everything. It's his administration that is the one nation apparently in the world that's not investigating all of this. What else am I to conclude?
Well, there you are. I don't know. I mean, I don't know where the impetus is. I don't know. There's a roadblock somewhere.
Correct?
Somewhere. I cannot absolutely tell you where it is, but there is one. I don't think there's any denying that.
And I think we'd have to also conclude that the roadblock, if it was somewhere in the middle, would be opened up by the above, shall we?
Okay.
So that one would be left to conclude that the roadblock would be at the top.
Well, the House eventually, the House of Representatives, of course, they don't do. I mean, honestly, they don't do much of anything very often. But eventually, they're going to have to deal with a resolution in the House to hold Pam Bondi in what is called inherent contempt of Congress. And if they pass that, and I have a feeling that eventually, because there are enough Republicans to help to pass that. It's not just a Democrat thing. There are lots of Republicans supporting this too. If they succeed in holding the Attorney General in inherent contempt of Congress, that's a special kind of contempt, because under that contempt, it is not the Department of Justice that would adjudicate that. In that circumstance, she could be detained, taken into custody by the House Sergeant at Arms, independent of the Justice Department. And she could be held in custody pending a resolution of the thing for which she's being held in contempt. Obviously, they haven't been able to pass that yet, but if they ever do, and they get an inherent contempt finding against the Attorney General, then something is going to move somewhere.
That would be interesting to see. But
It
now,
would be.
let me ask this question. Do you, at this point in time, see a true separation of powers in government?
The separation of powers is very, very fuzzy right now. You know, over the years, sometimes the separation of powers is very sharp, and sometimes it gets less sharp, and it's probably less sharp than usual right now.
It appears to me to be round at this point in time.
It is. It's not at its strongest ever.
It's one night. Thank you, Ken. I hope you have a good evening. I'm going to go watch Moonshiners. I'm not going to watch the president.
Well, you know, freedom of choice.
There you go, my friend. Good evening.
Thanks for calling. Phone line is open at that number. The email address is keneckleslive@gmail.com. Here is Citizen D. Citizen D says, put me down for the number 20. Let's go ahead and write down the 20 for Citizen D for Coda. And then Citizen D goes on to say, read this. Hello, caller. Stand by just a second, please. Citizen D says, we got any stew updates? They may all be done for the year. Don't have any immediate ones available right now. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hey, Ken, it's Mark from Mid-End.
Hey, Mark.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm doing okay. That's good. Anyway, is the Masked Singer going to be on tomorrow night? Because we need to remind Charleston Danville if it is.
Yeah, it's going to be on tomorrow night. Go ahead and remind him.
Okay, we need to remind Charleston Danville Masked Singer comes on tomorrow night on your local Fox channel at 8 o'clock.
Thank
And
you.
I forgot to tell you last night, they had the Voice come on last night called the Battle of the Champions.
Oh, really?
Did you get to see that?
No, yeah, I've never seen The Voice, Mark. I've heard a lot about it, but I haven't ever seen it.
Yeah, I was going to remind Charleston Danville about that one too. The Voice comes on Monday nights. Then also American Idol comes on Monday night too, but I watch The Voice mostly.
Okay. Well, I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah. No, I don't know anything about no Stu or whatever. Do you know anything about Stu?
No, we don't have any none in the pipeline right now that I know of, but maybe somebody will get one going soon. I hope so.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna get off here, but can you do the list again about who's got what pick right now?
Yeah, I'll do that. Hang on, I'll read it for you right now. Citizen D just took the 20. Mr. Pelham has the 22. Mr. Leaksville, the 97. Wild Turkey 101, the 88. Nature Boy, the 97. Ralph, the 88. You got the 45. Leon has the 16. And Charles has the 97.
Okay, thanks, Ken.
Thanks, Mark. Good night. The phone line is open at the number up there, and the email address, keneccleslive@gmail.com. Hello, caller. You're on the air. And very quickly, just as quickly as caller got on the air, caller went off the air. Sorry. Thanks, caller. What did I do? What did I do with my phone? Oh, there it is. Because I think we got another pick here. Let's see. Mr. Draper's taken the 24, and I have permission to announce it. Mr. Draper, the 24. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hello, Ken. How are you this evening?
Good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I heard Mr. Draper there here reaching out. I know he was talking to me there when he was talking about the COPD. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that. Yeah, but mine turned to the worst here. For about 3 months ago here, I had to go to the hospital. I ended up coughing up blood and found out I got a hole in my lung, pneumonia.
Oh.
Pneumonia on top of that, and well, anyway, they can't find out where the blood is coming from that I'm coughing at. I went to Lynchburg up there, and spent the weekend up there in the hospital this past weekend, and they said it went down in my throat, and then they took a sample out and they sent it off. That was Saturday, but I haven't heard anything back from them yet. So I appreciate Mr. Draper there for thinking about me, and like I said, if it gets better here, then I'm gonna try that what he's talking about.
Well, I'm sorry you're having such a problem with it. When do you expect to hear from that latest test?
Yeah, they took it Saturday, and I stayed in there overnight Saturday and up in Lynchburg, so they turned me loose Sunday evening, and it hadn't came back then. So, and my nurse here in Danville, I got in touch with her through my lung doctor here in Danville, but he's out of town. I'm supposed to get with him this week, but he's gone out of town. So, I called her, his nurse today, and she was going to call Lynchburg about the test that's supposed to came back, but I never heard back from her today.
Well, we'll certainly pray for you and expect you to get better.
I appreciate that, Ken. I ain't gonna hold you long, but I appreciate. I go along with everything y'all was saying right there. As far as what that don't make no sense, Ken. What's going on over here? They say to strip this man down over there, that Prince man down to his rank and everything over there, and can't do anything over here. And he gonna sit up there and say, well, you don't want to say nothing about it because it'll get some of his friends in trouble. Come on now. That ain't right. These young girls right here, they deserve better than that. They deserve better than that right there. And I hope that they hurry up and get something on the road, get something on the, get something.
Well,
But anyway.
I mean, I don't think there's any denying there's stuff that we don't know. There's stuff that we're not hearing about. I don't know. I don't claim to know what it is. I don't claim to know who it is.
Right.
I don't claim to know anything except there's stuff that we don't know, and I think we need to know.
Well, that's true. That is only true. And I know, like you said about Clinton, he said, well, he feels sorry for him and whatnot, but yet it's still, if he wants to get this, he signed the paper to let the stuff be sent out. But now, now, anyway, ain't no way in the world that his name is not in there. I mean, as far as that's why he holding out. But anyway, though, that's they gonna find out sooner or later. But I'm gonna get off of here. I know Mr. Liberal is ready to call in. I'm gonna give him a chance to talk. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay,
Thank
then, Mr. Ken. You have
Thank
a blessed
you.
evening.
I hope you feel better soon. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Let's see, got one more here from Jack, and I've already forgotten who it was. Jack says he wants the Watermelon Man, Ross Chastain, for Coda. So write that down. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Hey, Ken, how you
Hey.
doing?
All right. How are you?
All right,
What
Mr.
phone?
Liberal, to call in.
What phone are you using? What phone are you using?
I'm on the house phone.
On the landline?
You know, yeah, landline. I called you last night on the cell phone, and about, I say, 10, 15 seconds into our conversation, the screen went blank and you went off the air. You and I talked for a minute or two.
Before I
But
found out that we were off.
yeah,
Now that
yeah.
wasn't you, that was not you or your phone. That was a computer crash in Reidsville that
Right,
caused
right.
that. So
Right.
we don't blame you for that. We have
Okay.
stuff we can blame you for, but not that. That was a computer situation.
All right, Ken. Well, look, now, give you an easy one question tonight. 2 months ago, and nuclear facility out
Mhm.
said he has abbreviated with this special bunker. You remember that?
I remember that, yes.
And last week, his administration come out and said that the build-up around Iran was there because said we have to move quickly because Iran could have a nuclear bomb in a week. So now my question is, who was telling the truth? Was he telling the truth? Is his administration telling the truth? Well,
Well,
one of them is lying again.
Again, as always, all I can say is what I know, and I don't.
Okay.
I'm not going to say what I don't know.
Okay.
I did not hear, and I'm not denying. I'm saying I did not hear them say that Iran would have a nuclear bomb in a week. I didn't hear
So they
that.
could. Yeah. Okay.
But the attack in June, we hit Iran in June, and we attacked the nuclear facilities, and we did a lot of damage. I don't know if we've ever decided exactly how much damage we did, but we did a lot of significant damage in June.
Yeah.
But they still had, even after all that, they still have the scientists who know how to build a bomb. They still have a good amount of enriched uranium with which those scientists can build a bomb. So whatever we did or didn't do in June, they still have the ability to, at some point, build a bomb. I don't think they could do it in a week. I'd be very surprised if they could do it in a week, but they still have the means to do it. And that is
to me,
okay.
said
Go ahead.
the facility was knocked out. Now, the facility to where in which you can build a within this shorter time is not feasible.
No,
You know?
it couldn't. That could not be done in this amount of time unless they retained some infrastructure from June that we didn't know about. And again, we don't know about that, and we don't know what we don't know. But regardless of what we did in June, they still have the wherewithal, they still have the knowledge, and they still have the resources to build a bomb sometime. Again, I don't think it can be done in a week. I don't, but it can be done, and that's the thing we're worried about now, as best I understand it.
Well, like I said, at a peace treaty where we had inspectors that was inspecting their facility on a regular base,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
So that we had an agreement where inspectors were able to come in and look. That is as much as you can expect from a foreign country, you know. And the president trashed that deal. But now I don't see us getting a deal any better than the deal like that, where we have inspectors on the ground, you know. So we'll see how this turn out. And last thing, did you find out anything that we were talking about while we was out there? That Board of Peace committee that you know, he pledged that we will contribute $10 billion.
I have not been able to find that. I've not been able to find where $10 billion of taxpayers' money has been committed to that. I'm not saying it's not there. I'm just saying
Right,
between
right.
last night and tonight, I have not been able
Yeah.
to find that. I'll keep looking for it.
Okay, that's good enough. And Ken, I'm gonna do something a little different than everybody taking that SVG and all. I'm gonna try a little different route, and I'm gonna go with some of the others
All right.
that went with the young guy, and I'm gonna take Arnold Village 88.
The number 88 for the Liberal
Yeah.
at Coda.
Yeah.
It's in the book.
Yeah. All right then. You take care then, and be listening out tomorrow night.
Well, thanks for calling. So that is how many? 1, 2, 3. That's 3 now with the 88, and 1, 2, 3. 3 with the 88, and 3 with the 97 for Coda. Or is it 4 with the 97? It's 3 for Zillich, 3 for the 97 for Coda. And we still have 8 or 9 yet to appear. In fact, from the sound of my phone, I think one may have appeared just now. And it did. The lady in black says, give me... lady, you're going to have to send this email. There's something happened to your email. Maybe it's just that computer curse that seems to surround me at all times. But you'll have to resend that, please, because it failed. It failed for the entire. Let's try this one. Captain Midnight will have the 20 for Coda. All right, that's the 20 for Captain Midnight at Circuit of the Americas. So there's that one. And then there's this email that says, Ken, why can't you just come out and say that Donald Trump is implicated criminally in the Epstein files? Why are you unable to say that? Well, I don't say it because I don't know it. As I think I said at some point, maybe very recently, I think I sat here and I said, well, I'll just say what I know. I'm not going to say what I don't know. And I don't know that Donald Trump is criminally implicated in the Epstein files. I mean, how could I know? How can anybody know? There's still so much we haven't seen. So I don't know how else to answer that. I don't know. So I don't say it. And that's all the time we have for Star Talk tonight. We're on the air Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. I hope you'll join us next time. Thanks for watching. I'm Ken Eccles.